Hi, I'm Dean O'Lally.
And I'm Lauren Nelson. Take a look at 3.5 acres of bedding plants all under one roof. We're talking over 1 million plants and 100,000 hanging baskets.
We are at Guthrie Greenhouse's home of red dirt plants. All told, there are more than 13 acres of greenhouses here that ship plants to stores in a 500-mile radius, more than 6 million of them a year. We'll hear more from the couple who run this incredible operation coming up.
Gardens are blooming across our state, and nowhere are they any lovelier than at the Tulsa Botanic Garden. Julie Chen takes us to this Eden for plant lovers.
When it comes to green country getaways, it doesn't get much greener than Tulsa Botanic Garden.
We are the zoo for plants, if you think about it, right? So we're trying to grow all kinds of really cool things, see how they do here, a lot of Oklahoma natives, but a few things that we're trying from around the world too, and we decide to do them in beautiful garden settings.
The garden is nestled on 170 acres just 8 miles from downtown. Here you'll find water, wildlife, and paths to wander.
It's beautiful, so pretty, so many different types of plants, and it's just gorgeous. It's a beautiful landscape.
The vast majority of it is still natural. We have about 1.5 miles of nature trails, and we have about 20 to 30 acres that are developed right now.
That includes the Tandy Floral Terraces, the formal flower garden, where you'll find a stunning display of over 80,000 tulips in the spring. Tropicals take over in the summer and fall. Just steps away is the Children's Discovery Garden, a whimsical, welcoming, fun few acres.
I like to think of it as like a wonderland, like almost an Alice in Wonderland, and kids can go around and kind of, have their own time. There's some interactive elements that they can work with, whether it's our whirligigs or the spring giant or the tree fort, and at the same time the paths are curving and meandering, so it's kind of a really neat area of exploration for them.
While Tulsa Botanic Garden has been open for years, many are still just discovering it.
Yeah, first time. Yeah, it's really pretty. Seems like they have a lot of good nature walks for kids. We saw a lot of signs with explaining, what things are, a lot of sensory things, touch, feel, hear, which is pretty neat.
We're just enjoying the experience and being out here, and so just seeing all the variety of everything that's available. Didn't know it was here. I mean, this is amazing. So
you'll find special programs and events often. The garden is a non-profit, so it relies on donations and income from the gift shop, admission, and membership. And just like the plants taking root, Tulsa Botanic is growing.
We're working on the next 3 gardens, which will be the Lotus Pool, the All Seasons Garden, and a new garden on the peninsula.
Tulsa Botanic Garden, a breath of fresh air for your Oklahoma bucket list.
When you come here, you're going to be dazzled. You're going to be surprised.
In Tulsa, I'm Julie Chen, discovering Oklahoma.
You can find the Tulsa Botanic Garden and 20 other gardens to visit during this beautiful time of the year. You can find it all at travelok.com.
I have these visions of becoming a really great gardener one day, but right now I'm just trying to keep my air plants alive.
Okay.
I think that's why I probably like looking at everyone else's gardens.
Well, then you would absolutely love the Dominion House Boutique Hotel right here in Guthrie. It is absolutely steeped in history and surrounded by beautiful gardens. The Dominion House Boutique Hotel is beautiful, majestic, impressive. In 2004, the owners created this as an event center for weddings, receptions, birthdays, and anniversaries.
And now we have added a boutique hotel, and we have just opened up a restaurant. So now you can come here and kind of have everything.
This is now the perfect definition of a one-stop shop for a variety of events, especially weddings.
You could stay here for the weekend. You can have your rehearsal dinner here. We can do brunch, like bridesmaids luncheons and stuff like that. Obviously getting married, have your reception, everything.
Let's begin in the rather spacious ballroom, which can hold approximately 325 people.
So the ballroom can be used from anything from a Christmas party to just a banquet, fundraisers. We've had conferences, obviously weddings, receptions. We've done all of that.
And I mentioned you can get married at the Dominion House.
We also have the chapel, which can be a backup just in case it rains, or you can choose obviously the chapel. And it's got chandeliers. It has 6 big windows that look out into the garden, so you can kind of get that feel, but you're still inside with that natural light coming in.
But if you prefer that natural light, literally outside, there's also a large, very pretty wedding garden, complete with koi pond, waterfalls, and lots of flowers. As for the rooms, they are beautifully decorated, elegant yet casual, and very comfortable.
The new rooms, the first 10 are, I would say, a mix between traditional and modern. So you have anything from glass showers to vintage clawfoot tubs. And so we kind of wanted to mix the two and have a really neat feel. The rooms that we'll be opening up here upstairs are going to be more of your traditional B&B feel, which will have some more vintage beds and things like that.
Dominion House was finished in 1928, and from that year to the 70s, it was an orphanage, a children's home. The heirs purchased the property early 2000 and have literally transformed this amazing building. Regardless of the reason you would come to the Dominion House, a romantic weekend, a wedding, a conference, or
if you're looking for just a little bit of adventure, you know, especially here as a staycation, I think it's just the perfect way.
And located less than a mile from downtown Guthrie, you can always get in some fun shopping as well. You can find a link to the Dominion House Boutique Hotel or give them a call to plan your visit, or you can book a stay. It's a gorgeous place and well worth a visit.
It's so inspiring to see people bringing back these historic places for folks to enjoy today.
And that's the charm of our next destination as well. A theater with a century of history kept alive through the devotion of one local family.
And if your summer golf game needs a little fine-tuning, here's the place for you, rain or shine.
And this sandwich shop's fans swear these hoagies are the real Philly deal. We'll be right back with more Discover Oklahoma.
The free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide is your North Star, lighting your way to jaw-dropping beauty and heart-pumping adventure. Order or download yours today at travelok.com.
To Discover Oklahoma, we are coming to you from Guthrie Greenhouses, home of red dirt plants.
The sheer number of plants in this place is just astonishing. It makes me want to up my gardening game.
Okay.
Dino, are you a lawn guy?
No, I fought the lawn and the lawn won. But the couple behind Guthrie Greenhouses have scored big in the plant industry.
So Guthrie Greenhouses has been here since 1892, but we are the third family to own it. We're definitely the largest and oldest greenhouse in Oklahoma.
This 13-acre facility is a wholesale greenhouse. We sell plants to independent garden centers around a 500-mile radius of Guthrie.
We do small chains, as in Atwoods, Westlake Ace Hardware, True Values, and lots of independent garden centers like Under the Sun, Markham's, some TLC, so farm and home stores, hardware stores, anything like that, you're probably going to find red dirt plants around our area. It's pretty exciting when there's a location this big that growing this amount of plants, 6 million plants a year, and you can go out and choose something that's grown right here in Oklahoma. That's what we hope everyone makes that choice when they're out there shopping.
Now, let us turn up the beat, cue the rim shot. We're now going to be heading east on Route 66 and visit a theater in Chandler that 100 years ago hosted vaudeville shows.
Well, now it welcomes moviegoers who are looking for a taste of the past and also first-run flicks at a bargain price. There's a lot of history behind this old theater in downtown Chandler.
I worked here in high school and I just kind of liked it.
That was back in the 40s, and since that time, Harold Wakely has become one of the main fixtures here at H&S Theater.
I like people and meeting people and seeing people. A lot of them will sit down and visit with me for a while.
Built in 1926, the iconic theater drew in crowds with the latest in entertainment, from vaudeville to motion pictures.
If you came to a movie, you had a suit and everything on, you know. I mean, people dressed up back then, and now it's quite a contrast.
Harold has seen those changes through the years since buying the theater in 1975, but one thing he says hasn't changed.
It's still good entertainment.
Today, the theater caters to families and shows first-run movies on the big screen at a discounted price of $5 per person. And they keep the concession prices low, too.
My girls love it. You just walk in and it gives you that feeling of just what a movie theater should be. You walk in, it's all comfortable chairs and the cool lights and the old building.
While the latest Hollywood features grace the screen, signs of yesteryear still remain, like the original balcony seats from 1926 and the original projector room.
It originally had two machines. One sat here through that portal, one sat through that portal, and every 20 minutes you had to change reels.
Harold's son Dean has been running the booth since he was a kid.
I had to step here and change reels for the whole movie. Me and my brother Steve would take turns every other night.
His job is a lot easier these days. With the advancement of technology, the booth is all digital.
All new sound system. I can even use my phone to start it or stop it. It's come a long way. I don't have to stay up here all night anymore.
But the family never forgets where the theater started, keeping pieces of history on display.
That's an original Art Deco 20-minute reel. These are the original lenses for the projector. This is a flat lens.
There's even the old rewind and splice table.
We put a reel here and the other one here, and then rewind it back either direction you needed to go. I think it even still works.
And just as it looked on the outside, the theater is still standing tall. The charming portico-style face and beautiful Romanesque columns invites visitors worldwide.
We've had so many people from like Germany, England. We had one people from England, yeah. It's on this historical 66. People love to just stop here first before they go anywhere else, so they like to see the history behind it.
People say, they say they like it because it's here and all, and so, you know, we can keep it going while we're gonna do that.
Here's where you can find H&S Theater in Chandler. And be sure to look for more places to eat, stay, and play in this cute Route 66 town on travelok.com. We're surrounded by green today, and I know that's a color near and dear to the hearts of all golfers who are ready to get on them.
And if your game needs some fine tuning, Quintran has the perfect place for you to tee up.
Picture this. Play a round of golf anywhere in the world without ever leaving Oklahoma. Indoor 18 offers that opportunity.
St. Andrews, Quail Hollow, PGA National. We'll have Pebble Beach here pretty soon again, and that way people can get in and play those. But we've got courses all over the country, all over the world. Our local one would be Shangri-La, is our Oklahoma favorite.
Stephen Metcalf owns Indoor 18, a climate-controlled indoor facility with a putting green and about 100 golf courses to play. What you see graphically on these screens is true to the course. The difference, play 18 holes faster.
Well, for a normal round, it's probably 3-4 hours. In here, you can get a complete round done in about an hour. You're in, you're out, you got a round of golf in.
Indoor 18 is more than just a course simulator. The facility is equipped with TrackMan technology, 2 radars built in each bay.
And that basically is going to follow the ball with one of the radars and follow the club with the other one. So it gives us all the ball data and all the club data. It's the same device that people see on the PGA Tour week in and week out. TrackMan is going to collect over 25 different data parameters of your swing. So it's going to be anything from club speed to the angle of attack, to the club path, the face angle. It's going to be launch direction and landing angle, and then all of the ball data. So what the ball speed was, the spin rate, and being able to go through and kind of really go through every single component on that. A lot of our members really enjoy the low point, and that is a feature that allows them to really see where that club makes contact with the ground, and so they can work through that and try to improve their golf swing without having to necessarily take a lesson every time.
I've been coming here for about 6 weeks now, and it's, my tee to green, I've probably shaved at least 4 strokes off of my game. Now I'm like a mid-80s player, and more than anything, I just always strike the ball now. Way fewer, duffing it and, shanking it to the right. Way fewer of those now.
One of the other best aspects of playing this sport this way is that if you have a bad swing, you can always take a mulligan. Ooh.
And you can take as many mulligans as you want. That's one of the nice features. Our other thing that people always tell us is, man, I didn't lose a single golf ball today. We have people of all levels. The only thing we do require is we do want you to have your own clubs. We don't have rental sets available. As long as you have one set for your group, we don't care if you share clubs. We want everybody to have a great time.
Indoor 18 is also a great place to see the course before actually playing it in person. This experience takes a lot less time, money, and golf balls, and there's no worries about the wind, rain, or winter weather. In Oklahoma City, Quintran, Discover Oklahoma.
Here's how to find Indoor 18, and if you go to travelok.com, click on Things to Do, and then click on Golf, you'll find 123 destination listings.
Here at Guthrie Greenhouses, I think they may have more types of vegetable plants than Noah had animals.
Well, as Noah always said, don't grow any leeks.
If you've cultivated a taste for wine and are looking for varieties made from Oklahoma-grown grapes, our next stop may be just what you're looking for.
And then we're headed for an Oklahoma hoagie shop that folks from Philly swear tastes like their hometown favorite. You may be surprised at what she says is the key. Discover Oklahoma. We'll be right back.
What's inside our free Oklahoma travel guide? Artistry for all 5 senses, magic around every bend, and powerful waves of inspiration. Order or download yours at travelok.com.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. We're at Guthrie Greenhouses, home of red dirt plants, and they've made it their business here to create plants that will survive and thrive in Oklahoma gardens.
So have the vintners at our next destination, which is C H Garden Vineyard and Winery.
Tucked away on a secluded farm in Jones, you'll find a plantation of grapevines.
I still think we're kind of a best kept secret.
Harley and Cynthia Duncan of C H Garden Vineyard planted a few vines as a hobby to stay active after retirement.
We kind of did a test out in the pasture to see if they would actually grow, and they did. It just kind of blossomed from there.
Into more than they expected, those few vines eventually turned into 1,500.
Last year we produced about 15,000 pounds, so we could probably easily, when everything's mature, get close to 20,000 pounds. And that's a lot of grapes.
The harvest is so plentiful, they now sell their grapes to half a dozen Oklahoma breweries and wineries.
Being in Bricktown, we see people from all over the world, and that's one of the things they want to see or taste is a fruit that's grown here, or a wine that's made from fruit grown in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma can't grow the same grapes as California, but that's what makes its wine so unique.
They're developing new varieties all the time, and there's a lot of French-American hybrid grapes, which we grow a few of those, that are just really good producers and grow very well here in Oklahoma. They grow like crazy. You thin the leaves, thin the canopies so that the sun can get through and intensify the flavors.
The couple says it's all in the fruit, so they work their land daily to produce the best tasting grapes from the vine to the glass.
This is a orange muscat grown here on site for them, and it is obviously a white. It's a light-bodied wine and has a wait a minute, help me on some of these flavors here. Kind of a fruity presentation. It's a nice, crisp summer wine to drink. Highly recommend it for anybody.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
The couple makes their own wine now and hopes to get a license soon to sell it. But for now, they are ready to share it with the public, by appointment only, as they continue to work with other growers and producers to help promote Oklahoma's wine industry.
I think the wine is very delicious. It's the cool temperature helps make the crispness of it come out, and on a hot day like today, it's practically perfect.
A perfect setting that has even caught the eye of the film industry. C&H was transformed into a set for a 16-day shoot of the made-for-TV movie, Harvest of the Heart.
The director gets out of his car in the driveway and says, "This is it. That's what I've been looking for."
But the picturesque scene is one the Duncans live in every day.
There's a romance to a vineyard, I think.
And just being able to see the fruits of your labor is just really rewarding.
Discovering Oklahoma in Jones, I'm Deanne Stein.
C H Garden Vineyard and Winery is just a few minutes east of I-35 in Jones. Go to Things to Do on travelok.com, then click on Wineries to find this and other wine adventures around our state. Click on Brochures at the top of the page to order your wine trail map, or you can just read it online.
Coming up, we're headed to the home of great Hoagies, Philly native approved.
And we'll meet the namesakes of a couple of sandwiches. We are back in a moment.
There's some things you just can't contain. Oklahoma Today magazine is bursting with culture. Mind-blowing restaurants, trips, adventures, and so much more. Open your copy, then hit the open road.
Unleash your curiosity. Set your spirit free. Subscribe today for only $14.95. Oklahoma Today magazine. Break through the ordinary.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. Although this week we're actually in Greenland, as you can tell, we are surrounded by thousands of flowering plants here at Guthrie Greenhouse's home of red dirt plants.
These Oklahoma-grown plants will be shipped out to dozens of stores across the state, ready for you to transplant into your own home garden. But it was a human transplant who brought the East Coast Philly tradition to Tulsa and has created a pack of hoagie fanatics who say his sandwiches are the very best.
Jay's Original Hoagie at 89th and Sheridan in Tulsa is the real deal. That's coming from an expert.
They're really good. Really good. I mean, authentic.
So this is exactly what you get in Philadelphia.
Exactly. The bread is key, and they got it on point.
Lauren Pernack knows hoagies. They were created in her hometown. You see, she's not originally from around here.
No, I'm from Philadelphia, so really picky about my hoagies, and this is the only place I go in Tulsa. I definitely researched my hoagies the second I moved here. Nothing else will cut it.
Jay Cundy's hoagies are the real deal because of the recipes.
I always loved hoagies as a kid, worked at a shop down home. I'm from South Florida, and all the guys that own that shop were all from Philly.
Jay married a girl from Oklahoma 30 years ago and has been here ever since. In 2012, he said it was time to bring his hometown hoagies to Tulsa.
Well, first you put your oil in dressing, meat, cheese, veggie, and then you also put another piece of meat on top and tuck it in so it holds it all together while you eat it.
I'm looking for the ratio between the bread and the meats, and then you have to have the right dressing, and Jay, they make it perfect every time.
Freshness is one of the key ingredients here at Jay's. They cut the meat right in front of you, and the bread is made fresh every day.
It's made locally for us at a wholesale bakery, and we pick it up every morning. And you want it fresh, fresh, fresh. That's what everybody loves, is that soft, chewy bread.
The peppers are also unique to hoagies. Jay's recipe, an old one from his grandmother.
It's like the hot peppers are sliced hot cherry peppers. The sweet peppers are pickled peppers that came out of Philadelphia. So about once a week, we'll be in here, slice the peppers up and do our pickling juices.
The main hoagie is the Italian special. It comes with a pork called capicola.
Man, they're the best. They beat everybody else, any sub I've ever had.
But there are several varieties of hoagies to choose from.
They're very good. There's no better sandwich shop in Tulsa. Yeah, these are the best.
In fact, we ran into two of the menu namesakes during our visit.
Dr. Clyde and I come in here every Thursday. We've been doing this for like 5 years. You hang around Jay's long enough, you might get a sandwich that's named after you.
Or a Steve's tuna fish hoagie.
I loved it. It was fantastic. Best tuna fish in Tulsa, or maybe anywhere.
Or a Dr. Clyde with turkey and roast beef. The two say Jay's is perfection.
He's a hoagie expert. I think the thing that makes him best is the presence of Jay, the Jay experience.
Part of that experience is being around a fun bunch of folks, customers and crew.
It is. It's a very relaxing place, and all the guys that work here, everyone's so fun.
What you love is the people coming and going, and you become family almost.
Pick up a Jay's Original Hoagie for lunch, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 3.
Come on down to Jay's. You'll get a good hoagie.
7 days without it makes 1 week.
I'm Jason Grubbs for Discover Oklahoma.
If you want to try Jay's Hoagies for yourself, here's where you find them. And for more great places to dine around our state, be sure and order the Discover Oklahoma Destination Dining Guide at travelok.com. Just click on brochures.
Coming up next week, the secret to this special Tulsa burger.
A rustic hideaway in the woods of southeastern Oklahoma.
The colorful history of Oklahoma on display at 2 Oklahoma destinations.
Be sure and join us.
Thanks so much to the folks here at Guthrie Greenhouses for hosting us this week.
It's amazing to think about all the beauty that will be blooming in gardens across our state because of the hard work that they put in right here.
You bet. So until next time, remember,
there's always something green and growing to discover in Oklahoma.